Hello everyone and welcome to the official SWGT YouTube channel. My name is Sarusa. One of my favorite features in SWGT is the Friends feature, but sadly it's one of the least used. So today let's take a look at what friends are in SWGT, how to become friends, and what features are available. So before we dig into all the nitty gritty, let's take a look real quick at who can be friends in SWGT. So as you can see from the chart here, a free account can be friends with a SWGT Personal or Personal Plus account. And then of course a SWGT Personal or Personal Plus can be friends with another SWGT Personal or Personal Plus. All right, so to become friends, we're going to go to the setup menu, whether you go to the top menu here or you go to the hamburger menu and you go to setup and you go to friends. Once we're here, in order to be friends, either someone's going to have to send you an invite or you're going to send them an invite. So in this case, I'm going to send out an invite. So I will click on the button invite. And then I'm going to go through and pick out all the permissions that I want this person to have access to. The first thing, of course, up at the top, if you have multiple accounts on your SWGT Personal or Personal Plus, you have to pick which player you want the person to have access to. And then you'll be able to go through and pick all of the monsters and summaries and runes and all the other things. So I have pretty granular permission levels here just so that people can pick and choose what they want their friends to see. But it's a nice way to give permissions. And then at the end, all we have to do is just click on the generate code. And that's it. We're going to give this code now to one of our friends. And what they're going to do is they're going to go into the same menu here. So whether you go to the setup menu and go to friends, or you go into the hamburger menu and you go to friends, we're going to come in here and we're going to click on accept. And then you'll just paste this invite code in. So that invite code, you guys can send them, in game chat. You can send them on Discord. You can send them on line chat or WhatsApp or any of those other features. I didn't build in a feature for people to essentially search for one another because a lot of people have different usernames separate from their players. So it made it really difficult in order to find a player because you didn't really know what to actually look for. So I figured that this is a lot easier way. All you have to do is just generate that code. You can send it to them however you send it to them, and they have to just enter it in. And then once it's in, it will look similar to this. So you can see here that Kayun and I are friends. I have gone through and allowed him to see my monsters, my World Guild Battle offenses and defenses, siege offenses and defenses, Labyrinth and monster subjugation, but none of my overall specifics. And Kayun has shared with me one of his accounts. I can see his monsters, his monster summary, the skills, the sets, all the details, rune details, etc. But I can't see his RTA builds. I can't see his teams that he has built. I can't see any of the World Guild Battle features or the monster subjugation. So that's how easy it is to add a friend and set them up. All right, now that we're friends, let's dive in and take a look at what features we can see. So under Account Analytics, let's go to Monsters first. I'll choose my friend Kayun. And you can see that I can see all of his monsters. Another nice detail is I can actually click on his monsters and see his actual rune builds. So this is the rune build for Alaya. And I can see all the individual runes. I can see all the artifact lines. I can see all of the individual skill ups. Nice feature there. You'll notice that the build is only allowing me to see normal because RTA was not selected. Another nice feature, if we go up to monsters and we pick on myself, and I choose my same Alaya, I can do a compare. And then I can choose Kayun. And now we can see our monsters side by side. So on the left-hand side is my monster. On the right-hand side is his monster. So I have a whole lot more health. He has a whole lot more speed. I have a lot more resistance. He has a lot less resistance. Just a nice, clean way to see the monsters side by side. Up next, we can take a look at the rune graph. I can go on filter, and I can choose on additional player, and I can choose Kayun. Let me toggle off max hero, and you can see that my runes are significantly better than Kayun's. No offense, Kayun, sorry. Same thing for artifacts. We can come in here and go to artifacts. We can go to view. We can choose the additional player, and we can compare my artifacts versus Kayun's artifacts. Let's dive into battles now. Let's take a look at siege battles. So you can see if we go to Kayun, here's his last battle. I can see that they won the battle. If I click on the view, I can see everything that there is to know about the battle, who won the battle, how many attacks were made, how was his overall performance, when did he attack, when was his win rate summaries, all of his combined summaries. So this is both offense and defense. This one's just offense, which monsters he used, what were their win rates, etc. So really nice features as far as being able to compare friend features. Another nice thing that I have heard people are using SWGT Personal Friends for is for coaching. So for instance, if I wanted to go in here and look at his rune detail, again, I've already chosen him because SWG remembers which player I have touched last. So if I go into, let's say, his Nemesis runes, if I wanted to go through and help him coach or take a look at some of his runes, I can go through and see his artifacts. I can see his recent artifacts to see if he's farming, right? So here's his recent artifacts that he's keeping. He probably shouldn't be keeping these. They're kind of low rolls. And so if we go up to, for instance, Team Builder, you'll notice that the system automatically defaults me back to myself because I'm not authorized to Kayun's Team Builder. So that's a nice secured permissions there just to show you that it does actually work. Another coaching item that I have heard people use is the grind and gem optimizers, just being a coach to help people know what they should and shouldn't grind and gem. If I go under account analytics and I look at the monster summoning log, I can go to Kayun's and I can see what he summoned last, which is a nice feature to share between friends. And then same thing for the monster collection. So I can see, what stuff is he missing, what stuff is still to be built that he does have, what stuff is he currently missing. So just a nice collaborative tool and feature, and just something that I think that a lot of people would really appreciate and use that is not really heavily used today. So figured I would create a little video about it. One last feature I want to show off before I wrap up here for today is if you go under Friends, there's a function in here called tournament mode. So tournament mode will essentially disable all permissions for all friends while the mode is enabled, so except for RTA. So if you are in the middle of, let's say, a siege tournament, you definitely want to go through and enable it. And if we go through and double check everything, you can see everything is turned off except for RTA. So just a really nice feature for people that are, highly competitive with their friends and guilds. But if you're in a battle with them, obviously you wouldn't want them, of course, to see your runes and artifacts as you're moving things around. So just a reminder that at the end of your tournament or siege battle to go through and turn off tournament mode so that way all your friends can get back all of their permissions as it was before. So to wrap up for today, what are friends in SWGT? Well, friends are a way for one or more persons to share their information in SWGT with one another. Whether you're a free player or a subscriber, there's lots of functionality that you guys can go through and share with one another and see each other's information. It's a feature that has been asked for a very long time. I had a lot of people say, hey, I'd like to be able to track my friends and see how they're doing, kind of like a Facebook. So this is what SWGT Personal and Friends is really all about. On the About page under the Help, there's a list of menu options and items that shows you all the different things that SWGT Personal has versus Guild, as well as the overall by feature, what everything means. So for those of you that are interested in all of the functionalities and features, I have gone through and updated the About page as of today, as of this video. And all the information is there for everybody to see. And that's it for today. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the Patreon members who subscribe to SWGT and to all the people that constantly give feedback about the platform. It's only through your support and efforts that SWGT is what it is today. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We all make SWGT better together. And with that, don't forget to smash those like buttons and I'll see all of you on the battlefield.